perfect example of, yes, transparency is incredibly important, but transparency needs to be on both accounts. It needs to be even. We don't know anything of note about Donald Trump's health. We need to know more. He needs to be more transparent. Being more transparent is not literally forging a doctor's note in 2015, the year before Hillary collapsed. The world came down on what happened to her. We said very quickly, pneumonia. No one believed us. They just didn't believe us. Donald Trump went to Walter Reed Hospital for no good reason, didn't explain it for, I think, a year, and then pretended that it was a colonoscopy out of the blue. I don't know about you. I've had a colonoscopy. You don't just wake up and decide, I'm going to have one today out of the blue without anesthesia. His COVID, during the whole time, he lied. If this is about fitness, mental or health, then we need to apply the same standards to both and the same batteries of tests, both health tests, both physical, whatever it is, we need to apply it to both because they are both 80. And you know what? If this was a choice between who's older, who's better health, I would vote for Joe Biden because he is in better physical health. And Donald Trump says the same crazy things. He slurs his words. He's been waging war in the English language for years. And compare it to years before he ran. Obviously, there's been anyone who sees that there's been a serious degradation in his language.
And if they do have medical exams, they ought to have medical exams by the same people with good reputations. I mean, you can't have, the doctor that Donald Trump picked that said he was in the best health of anybody ever in the universe. I think you have to have serious doctors. The difficulty, I think, here with aging in particular is that some of these things are difficult to diagnose directly, and they're gradual. And so it could be very hard to come to any hard and fast conclusion because as what we've been, talking to our sources, it's like you can have a good day and you can have a bad day. And apparently that's what Biden has. He has good days and he has bad days.
And napping shouldn't be a four-letter word. I mean, if it is, that Donald Trump fell asleep every day in his trial. If I were on trial for 34 different felony criminal acts, I don't think, no matter how little sleep I got the night before, that I would fall asleep. And just because there was only an artist rendering in that room and not video doesn't mean that it's not equally important. And again, this is not to say that what President Biden is going through isn't something we should be interested in. Obviously, it goes with saying you hope that he's okay. But this disparity between the past that Donald Trump has gotten when he was running against Hillary, while he was in office, and now while he's running against Joe Biden, is horrible. And I guarantee you, like all the other things Donald Trump, 2-3 years from now, if he wins, it's going to be, we should have been tougher on his health.
And what's interesting to me is that Donald Trump has been so quiet about all of this. I mean, you haven't heard him say, well, he's got to take a physical, because he knows the response will be, well, so do you.
You too, sir.
So we haven't, it's been uncharacteristic, I would say, the silence coming from the Trump camp on this. Obviously, the Democrats are having issues, so they don't want to get in the middle of a fight in the Democratic Party. But there are other reasons as well, and I think this health reason has something to do with it.